Okay, this is going to be a brief lesson on crossing over the break on the clarinet. And we are in the Essential Elements book, and we are looking on page number 24. What you want to do is make sure you're playing the correct low note first, which is number 119. We're going to play a low A. And the only finger that's going to move between the low A and the higher note in the second measure is your thumb. And your thumb is not going to raise up off of the hole, because if you do, it's going to squeak. What you're going to do is slightly, and hopefully you can see this, slightly touch this little lever right here, okay, with your thumb. And all it has to do is open this pad up slightly, and the note jumps up. So if you play number 119, you've got a low A to an E. Okay, so practice that several times, and then don't play the low note, just play the E. Get used to that fingering. So the E fingering, the fourth space E on clarinet, is fingered like low A with the register key. So we're going to play. Alright? And you just go down the page. You could play number 121 the same way. Low G. And then flip the switch. You could go up and do 119 straight into 121 and go. And then maybe play G to A, or actually D to E. So you'll play the high note of 121 into the high note of 119. And initially, I think it's going to be a lot easier if you slur it. So just slur D to E. Don't try to go, okay, until you're able to do that. And then you can go down to 120. Well, you could do 123, which is B flat at the bottom and F at the top. And then go back and go B flat and just go up. So you go B flat, maybe down to G, and then A. And just mix and match it until you are so familiar with the upper notes, the technique, the embouchure. That's another thing about the upper notes in the clarinet. You want to make sure that you're pulling your chin down, make sure the corners are very firm so that the notes aren't flat. If they're flat and you play with a friend and they're not playing flat, you've got flat versus possibly sharp or actually in tune, and it's not going to sound good. So everything has to be nice and set. You've got to have your clarinet face on, all right? Nice and flat, pull down, corners tight, lots of air, lots of air. And then you could just go down maybe and play maybe number 125. Number 125 will take you through all of the notes that you've played on page 24. So if you look at 125 at the bottom, you'll play D down to G, E down to A, F down to B flat, E down to A again. So you'll play like this. Okay? Practice that, and then go to the 5th, 6th, and 7th, and 8th measure of 125, and you're only going to play the upper notes. So you'll play like this, slurring in groups of 4. So, for this lesson, I want you to practice page number 24. And I want you not to only play 119, 121, 123. Play the numbers in between also, 120, 122, and 124, which combines the low notes with their companion upper note. Okay, when I say companion, low A up to E. There's a fly in here. Up to E, The only difference is the thumb, okay? And then get used to playing that, get away fly, and just play the upper notes, which will be down on the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th measure of 125. Once you're able to play maybe 4 or 5 different notes, you can play several more pages in your band book without having to learn new notes, all right? There are lots of side keys and lots of rules about that, but we get into that at a later date. So, practice your page 24 in your essential elements, book number 1, and you'll be well on your way to being able to play some of the more difficult clarinet literature in band, because when you get into your second year of band, you're going to have to be able to play notes that are above the break exclusively, all right? And they keep going, and then there's some special fingerings when you get up top, so, but we won't cover that today. So, practice and stay tuned for more, and have a great day.